The title of our project was iThink Strategies in Science, Enhancing Student Understanding of the Scientific Process through iThink Strategies. We are elementary teachers at Holy Cross Elementary in Holyrood. Holy Cross Elementary is a K-6 school located in Holyrood, Newfoundland. It has an enrollment of 247 students coming from the neighboring communities of Harbour, Maine, Chapels Cove, Lakeview, and Holyrood. The grade 4 class consists of 15 students, while the grade 5 class is comprised of 31 students. We became involved in this STEM project through Teachers in Action at Memorial University to discover new ways to enhance student learning. Our aim was to engage our students in learning opportunities that promote creativity, problem solving, critical thinking, and self-reflection. As part of our preparation, we completed a 3-day training session with Rotman School of Management. During our sessions, we explored ways to integrate Rotman iThink curriculum into the world of elementary education. This was explored through the use of iThink tools such as ladder of inference, opposing model, no bad idea, and probing questions to allow our students to investigate science rather than teacher-led learning. The grade 4s focused on the science unit on sound, while the grade 5s focused on simple machines. For example, to begin the unit, the grade 4s were asked what is sound. In previous years, the lesson would be introduced by telling them what sound is and how it is created. However, using iThink strategies, students, through experiments and investigations, discovered for themselves what sound is and how it is created. The grade 5s used their knowledge of simple machines to invent innovative models for the future. For example, 2 of our students used the iThink tool of opposing models to create a superior model.
We took a simple glue bottle and a simple sponge and combined them together to make ice paints. It makes painting easier for kids.
iThink allowed the grade 5 concept of friction to be explored in a new and innovative way. Through exploration and discovery, students learned all about friction in a sliding expedition. The scientific language, hypothesize, materials, analyze, and conclude were evident as both grades moved through their science units. iThink tools allowed us as teachers to change our role to facilitators while students directed their own learning. As Teachers in Action, we wanted to research how we as teachers could facilitate student-directed learning within our classrooms. We also wanted to explore how iThink tools can be used to promote scientific inquiry. To begin our iThink project, we obtained parental consent to share students' work and ideas as part of our study. This allowed us to collect work samples, projects, photos, videos, and surveys as part of our data collection. We conducted a student survey to determine student interest level in science and science-related activities, also to test students' level of understanding of the scientific method. Survey questions assessed whether students explored, predicted, and solved problems during science class. A pre- and post-unit survey were conducted. From this survey, we determined that common themes demonstrated an increase in student scientific problem solving, student predictions, and conducting student experiments. Throughout the science units, students were engaged in scientific inquiry and completed a series of scientific lab reports. In their first lab reports, grade 4 students showed minimal use of scientific language. In the grade 5's first lab report, 30% of the students used scientific language such as hypothesize, predict, analyze, and conclude.
2, 1. Hi, I'm Michael, and my favorite thing about iThink this year was the science experiments. I like doing my hypothesizing because you get to guess what's going to happen. For example, when I was doing the tube, I put a lot of holes in it, and I put some clear wrap over the front, and I didn't know I thought it was going to make a high-pitched sound, but it made a low-pitched sound.
It was amazing to see an increase in students' interest and capability in completing lab reports. Many of the iThink tools promoted students to think more for themselves, conference with peers, and lead their own learning.
Hi, my name is Caitlin, and what I liked about iThink is that when someone else is doing the work, you're not thinking the way you should. You should be thinking about what you can do, and not what somebody else can do for you.
As teachers, using the iThink tools in the elementary classroom has opened our eyes to a new way of learning. Teaching our kids to think integratively gives our students the opportunity to think in ways they never thought possible.
Our science program is awesome. I love science experiments.